Have you ever considered starting your own hotel but for homes? Kind of like Airbnb, but you own the entire process through your own website. In the past couple videos, I've talked about quitting Airbnb in order to control the direction of my business on my own terms. I think you should too, or at least consider the benefits of your own direct booking website. But you're probably thinking, why would I want to leave Airbnb platform? It's working for me, it's how I started. Wouldn't it just be a lot of work with little reward? I mean, how do you even compete against Airbnb? Well, for one, Airbnb isn't doing anything revolutionary as a marketing platform. They're just another way to generate leads. You know what else can do this? Paid advertising. Businesses pay for business all the time, and you'll find that it's not rocket science to get your listings out there, especially once you've built a referral business where you have guests coming back continuously. And these guests are incentivized to stay with you because they don't have to pay the 15% fee that Airbnb typically takes from guests, and you don't have to pay the 3% fee as a host. So there's close to 20% savings on fees for all parties there, which is fantastic. Airbnb is also trying to push a 15% fee to the host instead of the guest. So what better way to avoid the tragedy than to start your own website? With the way it is currently, Airbnb is controlling the narrative of how your business works completely. They are constantly adjusting what allows you to rank in their search, and they make a game of if you can get your property to show up on the front page. With your own website, you can market your listings without playing all the games. You can completely control the guest experience without having to go through the Airbnb support for your problems. You can have a cancellation policy and make the guest stick to it without a reprisal of some form of negative review. Or if a guest trashes your place, you don't have to make a report to Airbnb support to bring it up after the 14-day review period. You can have open and honest communication with your guests, knowing that if both parties are acting in good faith, there's going to be a much better outcome for everybody. So obtaining more control of your property is a wonderful thing because it allows you a ton of freedoms. And it's not like you need another governing agency to tell you how to rent out your property that you own, but that's a whole other conversation that I just really can't get into right now. If you aren't subscribed already, please do so. I start this channel to help investors and wannabe investors reach their investing goals through short and medium term rental education. Every subscriber means a lot, and I want to continue giving you content, so please subscribe. So now that I've explained the why, let's get into the platforms that allow you to have your own direct booking website, as there's a lot of ways to go about doing this, and maybe I can help break up some of the myths you may have about the difficulty of this process. So one option you could take is having a website agency build your own platform. Now, I'll start by saying this, that it is the most expensive option and could lead you to sinking thousands into the process, but the job will be done the right way, assuming you've selected the right website agency for the job, of course. The option is great if you have a lot of money and don't want to spend your own time learning and then creating your own website from scratch. However, it will probably continue to be expensive as they'll only build it for you for the set price. That won't include the cost of the maintenance for the website to ensure that it's always live. If you don't have a lot of money, consider the next couple of options. If you use a property management software, or P.M.S for short, they may offer an option to create a direct booking website through their platform for a fee, of course. Typically, a P.M.S will charge you a monthly fee on a per listing basis. If you decide to build your direct booking website, they'll charge you additional fees on a monthly basis to keep your direct booking website open. If you already use a P.M.S, this could be a good introductory option to direct bookings. However, the website will never truly be yours, because if you decide to move off the P.M.S platform, you will end up losing the website as well. You only keep it as long as you continue to pay the monthly fees. I personally find this problematic, mostly because they are essentially digging their teeth into your business further and further. P.M.S platforms are always looking for ways to get a bigger cut of the pie by offering services, which really you would think that because they already offer a lot of services that all of this would just be a part of the main fee. Maybe they would just increase the fee that they normally put out there, but really what they're doing is it's like death by 1,000 cuts, right? So it's something to kind of be careful of. Now, the option that's my personal favorite is owning and controlling your own direct booking website. This can be done through websites like WordPress, which is a website building platform and inexpensive to say the least. I'll leave a link below on a guide for how you can build out your direct booking website, so check that out in the description. And basically what I've found is for a flat monthly rate of less than $60 a month, you can have all your listings in one place. You can control how the website looks and every other aspect and how to run it. Because you're working through WordPress, they have theme templates you can use, support that will help you to maintain your website. They will support you with any questions you have while allowing you the freedom to run your business as you please. It's really an exciting option because you can have this customized or templated as you want. In order to get started marketing your property directly correctly, you will need to start small by leveraging the platforms that you are already on. What I mean by this is that your business is already 100% booked through platforms like Airbnb and VRBO, so you will not overnight transition to be 100% direct bookings. And this is something that you just kind of have to understand right away. So without some kind of financial impact to your business, you're not going to be able to just transition to your own direct booking website overnight. So take success slowly and know that you are working towards a better ratio. From my perspective, I'd like Airbnb and VRBO to only consist of 25% of my bookings, which I'll be working towards. And I feel like this is probably a pretty good ratio because you don't want to cut them out of the mix completely. You just want to have more control over your own business. And if they're already out there and they're offering these services, I mean, you might want to diversify a little bit and ultimately just protect your own direct booking website by having some plan Bs. So first step is building your email list. You already have guests staying on Airbnb and VRBO. However, it is not allowed on the platforms for you to take these guests off the platforms. In fact, if you try to do that, they'll lock your account and ban you. So you'll need to be a little bit more creative than that. And by creative, I don't mean continue to break rules. I'm just saying that there's some better ways within the rules around these things. So Airbnb and VRBO will provide you with the phone numbers of your guests, but what you really want is their emails. But how can you obtain their emails without infringing on their rules set by the platforms? Well, you can require an email address for guests to sign into the Wi-Fi for your property. Naturally, since everyone will want to use the Wi-Fi, they'll be providing their email addresses. So future stays can be directly booked, and now you have their information. I will include a link to Wi-Fi marketing tools that will help you by doing this down below. There's a lot of tools, so hopefully that some of these will help. They vary in price. I mean, some of them are very expensive. Some of them are a lot more inexpensive. It just kind of depends on how much customization you want. So I'll leave that link down below in the description. Once you start collecting emails, this is how you'll transition people on the platforms that have stayed with you before. If you've made it this far in the video and have found value, please subscribe to the channel so I can keep making you money. For guests that haven't stayed with you before, you'll want to market your properties through paid advertising. There are many platforms you can use, such as Facebook ads, Google ads, etc., which many people have created videos on, so I will not get into it on this video. Just know that it will cost money to market your properties. However, you could charge a fee for this to your guests. Even if it's just 5% in total per property, this could really help with the costs that could be incurred to gain guests. So where there's a will, there's a way. You'll need to get creative here. For instance, some people believe in letting influencers stay at your place for free in order to give your place an honest review and get others to stay. This is a very niche strategy, and I only suggest it if you have an incredible property in like a super good location. What I'm saying is that that strategy is just very specific to a very few select properties. Do not spend a ton of money thinking money will solve all of your problems. There's a skill to paid advertising, so respect the process and continue improving your knowledge around it. Just remember, you don't have to do this all at once. It should be a slow transition. And ultimately what I mean by that is that you shouldn't be spending thousands of dollars right away. Take your time, figure it out. Spend a little bit of money here, spend a little bit of money there. Like I said, you're gonna want to transition from Airbnb and VRBO, but it's not all at once. So make sure that you're being kind to yourself, give yourself a little bit of grace, start putting in a little bit of money, start getting those referrals going, start getting your processes in place so that once you have all those operations, you can start hitting the ground running. So that's it for today. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know your questions on direct booking websites, or maybe you think I'm wrong. Regardless, I want to know your thoughts. Until next time, peace.